Alrighty guys, so let's get this thing back together and running, hopefully in this video. So I've already just got the timing thing on there. Boy, that is a interesting one to get on there, to get like the keyway lined up with that, because you have to like pound it on. I don't have a propane torch because that would have been nice to just heat that up. Probably would have slid right on, but I didn't. And if you do a double roller timing chain, make sure you grab this magnet off of the stock timing. So I don't think I need it because I think it's for like the cam positioning sensor, but most cars will definitely need it unless you're like microsquirt or whatever. But yeah, it's just safe to do it. So other than that, so I went to do this oil pump kit. Let me flip the camera around. So I went to do this oil pump kit. So I already got the new gears in there, and then so this is the old plate, and then this is the new plate. So I got it from ZZP. This is supposed to be their machine down one, and this one's actually thicker than the OEM one. So I think the batch that they got was not machine down, because this is definitely not right. And that's not good either. That's right on the surface. That's not good. So I don't think it's the company's fault, but it's definitely some sort of quality control issue with where they ordered those from. So yeah, what I'm going to go ahead and do is put some Loctite on those bad boys. I'm pretty much Loctiting everything. So I'm going to Loctite those, get those put into there. I think they were like 98 foot-pounds, or not foot-pounds, inch-pounds. I got to double check, but don't believe that. But yeah, so get that on, then we can put that on. So we got to RTV up all this shit. I have double their extra thick gasket that goes in between here. That'll give me the clearance for the chain. There's people that just run those and you don't even need to do the machine down oil pump. I kind of wish I had it, because I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Or yeah, whatever, something of that nature. Because, you know, knowing my fucking luck, this thing's going to be a problem in the future. Please God, no, but that's just the way my luck goes. Basically, what could happen is that would rub against the chain, and the chain will fail. So we don't want that. But yeah, we're going to do the double thick, or the extra thick one. We should be good. I know a couple people with some high horsepower 3800s that are doing that, and they're fine. So yeah. I guess other than that, that's really all I got. I can only get so much done, basically, putting this front cover on. I'm going to probably try and get the alternator on, get the water pump on, and then I'm going to have to get, I got to go to an O'Reilly's and pick up a couple of these bad boys so we can block that off. And I think that's all I got. So, and this is obviously the old motor, so. And if you didn't watch the old video, chip piston number 1, chip piston number 2. So, alright guys, so let's keep going. Enough jibber jabbering. Alrighty guys, so we've gotten a good chunk back on. So starter's on, alternator's on, so the timing cover's on, water pump is on, this little cover thingy's on. So we're going to be getting rid of the oil cooler, I think, or at least this setup, like with the remote setup. I got this with this new motor, and that's actually, I think it's off like the Grand Prix or whatever. So basically, this guy goes like so. You can tell we got quite a bit of room here still. We're not in any way of the axle. So I know this is usually what people run, is this one. So we'll probably end up doing this. If we ever decide to go back to an oil cooler, we might just end up, oh hold on, I need to put the dampener on to make sure that my saw blade don't hit this, because that might be a thing. So hold on, I'm gonna get that together and we'll see if we can run this. Alright, so the bad news is in. It's not gonna work because it hits. So, oh well, back to oil cooler it is. The only reason why I kind of wanted to get away from it is just because it really sucks to get these lines on and off. So, plus I think they kind of hang lower than everything, so they get kind of messed up. So yeah, that's not the greatest thing. But yeah, so now I get to make some lines. So let's get to making all these lines again. Alrighty, so ZZP went ahead and sent me the machine down one. They had a couple of the blanks slip in there, so shit happens. They fixed it. So yeah, you can tell it's just a smidgen thinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this on. I've already pulled it apart. Fortunately, the gasket ripped right here. Slapped some RTV on there. She's good as new. So when she leaks, that's why. But yeah, otherwise, gasket looks good. It's not separating or anything like that. So should be good. Worst case scenario, we end up having to pull the cover off in the car. So, which is more than doable. Obviously, this literally took me 5 minutes to take off. So got that cover off. Go ahead and put the new cover on. You gotta spin her a couple times until you figure out where the holes line up. If I would have paid attention to where this flat spot is, we would have been golden. So it looks like flat spot goes down. So got the holes lined up. We'll put some Loctite it back on these bad boys and zip them in. I don't remember what they get torqued down to, but I'll look that up and do that. Make sure you obviously do that. You definitely don't want to be snapping off one of those, even though it's on the timing cover. So you just gotta get a new timing cover if you fuck it up. So all right, let's get that on there and then get it pulled back together. Alrighty, right back to where we just started. So we're still waiting on, basically all I'm waiting on is my valve spring retainers from ZZP. And then once we get that, then we can swap out the springs and all that good stuff, and then it's back ready to go back in. It's pretty well done. I've already made up these lines, the ones that are missing. Basically you have to finagle it in with the lines on it. You can't, I'm trying to remember, oh, because the fitting is lower than the cradle, so it would hit. At some point I should just weld the freaking pipe or something to the bottom so that way it stands off. But till then, we'll just have to do it this way. But yeah, slowly but surely. I got some new goodies, the intake and all that good stuff. Been working on all that. So that'll show itself when we get to that point. Alright, so it begins. So my valve spring retainers are going to be showing up for the 3800 heads. These are my 3400 heads. These are 125 pound springs. I believe they're comp cam springs. Yeah, so what we're going to do is get these pulled off. And then the retainer should be here today, so that way we can get them in there. We're going to probably lap the valves and all that good stuff on those. We'll see when I pull the first valve and see how pitted it is. So, but yeah, so first things first, let's get this thing out. Alrighty, so all the springs are off. Got those heads. I actually just sprayed them with some brake clean so that way they can dry. I'm still waiting on their retainers. They probably are here. So right now I'm going ahead and getting these ARP bad boys in. I'm just using some Teflon tape, and then when you put the Teflon tape, just make sure, like, 1 second here. So put the tape on and then like tighten it like you're tightening, and then spool the Teflon right onto it. I'm putting in a good bunch of it on there. I know you're supposed to put these in hand tight or whatever and then snug them up, so I'm just using that and putting them in. It doesn't really seem to matter how much you put on there, so the more the merrier, because if it leaks coolant through there, you got to pull the heads, so we don't want that. So and then, like, I know on like the instructions it says to use thread sealer, ARP thread sealer. Do not do that, it will not seal. So just use Teflon tape. That's what ZZP says. That's what a lot of people do, so just do that. So yeah, we'll keep going. Gonna get I just got the lower 4 in, so now I got to do the long ones for the top, and then we're good to go. So let's keep going. Alright, so that's how much I'm putting on there. There's really no indication of how much you're supposed to put on there, so, but yeah, so that's all I've got, and you just put them in. So this side is pretty much done once I get this one in, and then I gotta go check the mail, see if those things came in, and we can get one of the heads swapped out, and maybe we can get one of these bad boys bolted down today. So Let's keep going. Alrighty, so got one done. I'm using this beautiful contraption. Does this say a number on it? I don't know. This is the best thing I've ever bought. I mean, if you guys have been watching it for a while, you'd know that. Yeah, right here. I think it's maybe a number 380. It's a cam type compressor. There's all the numbers if you really are interested. This thing is the greatest thing ever. It takes no time to change out the stuff. I used, what did I use last time? Like when I first tried to do one of these, I had this style, and I had to like wrap this thing in electrical tape, and it's garbage. And so yeah, this thing, lifesaver. Basically all you do is so this side goes on the valve, and you just compress it. Let's see here. So you compress it, and then it actually locks in place, and it's adjustable right there. Greatest tool ever. But yeah, so we've got one head done. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the mating surface, and then it can get set down on the head. I do know we're gonna have to, I've heard that you have to do some clearancing if you're running a stock header to run the ERPs, so that kind of sucks, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. And then yeah, so slowly but surely we're getting there. So let's go ahead and get this mating surface cleaned and get it on there. Alrighty, so got one done. Clean the lens. So got one done. I'm out of breath because I torqued it. So I torqued it to 40, 60, and then 80 for the final pass. And then I checked it twice for the 80. So yeah. And so you put it on, and then you lube the threads, the washer, and the nut. I mean, it's all on the ARP thing, but I'm telling you that I did it. I did it, okay, believe me. And then also on the head gasket, it's a Felpro one. It's like for one side, it says. And then basically just make sure the arrows are facing towards the belt side, and you'll be good to go. Other than that, that's all I got. So let's get this other side done. Oh yeah, and then I put the LS7 lifters in. So those are in as well. You can put them in with the head in, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. Ask me how I know. But you can do it. So, yep, let's keep going. Alrighty, so both heads are on. Push rods are in. Rockers are on. These are ZZP's reusable rockers that have been red Loctited and 23 foot-pounds torqued down. Now let's get the lower intake on. Alrighty, so got the Autolite 103s in there, gapped them to 0.28 or somewhere around there. So both sides are in. We're gonna get the valve covers on, get the coil packs plugged in. Then we'll grab the injectors and the new fuel rails and we'll get those put on. And yeah, so we're getting there. We'll have to plumb in this. You can just block this off, but I'm gonna try and route it in so that way hopefully it gets better flow and maybe it'll cool better. It's kind of an experiment, I guess. It's kind of hard to compare considering this is a completely different intake, but we're gonna try. So those guys are all torqued down to 23 foot-pounds, I believe, with red Loctite. So those are done. Lower intake's down with 15 foot-pounds, something like that. And then this is just snugged up. So because it's going into aluminum, so I don't feel like snapping off any of these are really tiny bolts. So, all right, let's keep going. Get these valve covers on. Alrighty, so this is all I got for today, but we got that all on there. The injectors are in. I did have to grind a little bit of that lower intake off because the injector was pressing against it and we don't want that thing failing. Yeah, other than that, so far so good. That's where we're at. So, yeah, see you in the next clip when we get back to her. Okay, so it's in. It's ready to start. Oil's in. I just turned it over a couple times without fuel. I suppose we got to prime it. See if she leaks fuel yet. Because that's all new. and we got a leak, so I gotta fix that. Okay, here we go. Cute. Those lifters are loud. So yeah, fun. Okay, it lives. Well, let's see how far I get. Alrighty, so draining out the 93, we're putting in E85. We're getting rid of the meth, just because E85 is going to be the best and easiest way. So fuck it, that's what we're going to do. We'll just have to carry a 5-gallon thing of E85 with me. So letting it run, and the return lines ran into this to fill it up. So let's get it drained. All right, there it goes. There goes the corn. So I'll have to grab the laptop. We got to add like 30-35% to the VE table, and then we should be good. I have an updated spark table too, so we're gonna throw that in there, and yeah, should be good. I did find a crack on the turbo manifold right there. I went ahead and welded that up, threw the flex fuel sensor back in just so I can tell the ethanol content. Oh, and this is basically why we're getting rid of the meth, because it's blowing this out. So yeah, not the greatest. So I'm just gonna put a boot here, and then we'll be good. And then we'll just have to get rid of the meth. So hey, if anybody wants a Snow Performance stage 2.5 kit, hit me up. I've also got like 7 gallons of meth, so I'll probably post it near me because shipping that would probably suck, but if you're interested, let me know. Alrighty, so pretty much just highlighted table, added in 30%, seem to be doing pretty good. So we're sitting at 78-80% for the ethanol, and we're sitting at 14. So actually I can add some more fuel, so we want to be around like 13-ish. So, but yeah, not bad, not bad. Corn. Alrighty, so 2 things happening right now. So I already put a blow-off valve on. So the reason why I'm doing that is hopefully, I like the turbo surge, but hopefully this will keep a little bit more boost in between shifts. So that's more of a functional thing. So it's good to have. It'll help keep it spooled up. It won't like surge and then kill my boost a little bit. So hopefully this should hold a little bit more. And then plus, I mean, it saves your turbo. We're getting rid of the meth because we went to E85, so we don't need the meth no more. So if anyone's interested in the Snow Performance, hit me up. Yeah. So I'm going ahead and pulling that off right now. I got it draining. I already I cut and pulled the feed line. So there's the pump, and then it's draining right now, and it's overflowing. So yeah. Yep, that's good. Yeah, let's get this thing pulled out, and then I got a new coupler to put in over on the back. Alrighty guys, so here it is. She's on E85. The meth is gone, so that's all removed. Well, other than the gauge still in there. So that's all gone. I just got done. Ran a vacuum line down to the blow-off valve, and then I went ahead and did the old zip tie every connection, so that way hopefully it doesn't blow off a boost. So that's all done. The tank's gone, so it's all just chilling there. I'll have to get it all cleaned up. And then we got the new boot on over here, so it's all set. Put the ducting back on for the oil cooler from basically it's an aqueduct that I made. So we're all set. Guess there's really not much to say. Now I just need to take her out for a couple more rips, but that will hopefully be in the next video or so. So I guess so I can get this video out for you guys. You guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Hopefully you guys liked it. And I'm trying to work on the editing a little bit. So, alright guys. Talk to you in the next one.